Good morning, everyone. This is Ray von Shopper here, and we're going to be looking at how to create a portfolio today. So the first thing I'd like you to do is to open a folder in your VS Code. So you can name it VS Code 101. So I want to go to the file icon and create an index.html file. So you're going to go to your HTML file, click on Shift, exclamation mark. You're going to have your boilerplate, and then you start filling it. So the first thing you're going to do is to change the title from document to your brand name. And as you can see, my brand name is Techified Frontend Developer. The next thing we're going to do is to load fonts from Google. We go to fonts.google.com to load fonts from there, right? We want to use the Poppins font because it's really clean, it's modern, and a lot of websites use that. It's readable also. So we click on it. We get the font, which is very important, by the way. Then we get the embedded code. Then we're going to click on the web. And then we're going to copy it in order to put in our HTML code. We're going to copy it. Then we're going to hold Control and V in order to paste it into our HTML file. Then you open your style tag. You're basically indicating to your code editor that you want to start styling in the HTML file, right? Then you click on your asterisk, which is basically your universal selector. So the universal selector is basically referring to every single element in your page, right? And the reason why we say margin to be 0 is so that it removes all space around it. Padding to be 0, it removes all space within it. So everything is just even, and it affects every single element in your page. Then we have our colors. We have the paper color. It's basically the color for the background. We have the accent color. It's for the color for the highlights, right? Every highlighted text is going to have that accent color. Then we have gold. It's basically to indicate luxury, right? A part of the page will have that gold. And we have muted, which is going to be soft gray or brown. It's basically for secondary text, icons, or captions, or not really important. Then we can see our fonts that we saved from Google Fonts. Then if we go down, we see Mono. In fact, the reason why we put commas, in the font area is because it's called a font fallback list. So in case this font is not available, you could just go to this font. Then for Mono, it basically is for even spacing. Instrument, it's basically my preferred save font style, so it's really optional. You don't really have to use it. Then if you look at the other parts of the code, you see the background is given a variable of paper, which is the color that we chose earlier, and the color, which is for the text, is set as a variable of ink, right, which is what we also selected earlier. It's going to be the default text color, and we have the font weight of 300, which gives it a very kind of a light font weight. And we have overflow X hidden, which means that it's going to prevent horizontal scrolling or side scroll spillovers to make your code perfect for mobile layouts. And we have the cursor set at none. It hides. Then if you look at the other parts of the code, you see the background is given a variable of paper, which is the color that we chose earlier, and the color, which is for the text, is set as a variable of ink, right, which is what we also selected earlier. It's going to be the default text color, and we have the font weight of 300, which gives it a very kind of a light font weight. And we have overflow X hidden, which means that it's going to prevent horizontal scrolling or side scroll spillovers to make your code perfect for mobile layouts. And we have the cursor set at none. It hides the mouse pointer. Then we're going to start styling your nav section, which is the most important part of your page. It basically helps users navigate their way around your web page. So I would like you to just follow this sequence step by step, right? And make sure, I remember I taught you guys in class how to properly fix your logo, attach your logo. right? But if you do not know that, I could just send you another link. In fact, I'm going to send you the entire link to this website or this portfolio. I would like you guys to try it out. So I'm going to this is just the preamble basically, right? You see the way that the content is supposed to be justified, just do it that way. You can see it has the variables are being used for the accents, for the ink. This is for your nav section. So I want you guys to try that out. I'll send you the entire link to the code. I want you to try that and fine tune it to your own style, right? Fine tune it to your own style. What exactly works for you? What's your name? What's the name of your brand? I want you to reduce the size of your logo to at least 2 rem, 4 rem, right? Put your name of your brand. You can change the colors to your brand colors. And let's see what you're going to do, with all of that. And I'll be waiting for you in class next week, or rather this week, Saturday and Sunday. I wish you guys well. I want you guys to try it out. Please do try it out and let me know in the comments on Saturday. So that is your assignment. I want you to build a portfolio. So with that, I'll have to say goodbye and happy coding. I want you to code something, to build something that you're going to show on Saturday to all your friends. Bye bye from here.